Won 12 months ago by Croatia when there were 10 entries, but now no longer an Olympic event. The entry this year has dropped to just 7.
And these heavy boats, got to get them away. Building up that power in those first few strokes. It's France who've got away well. France, the Begin brothers, Laurent and Antoine. They've got just a slight lead in this first part of the coxed pair.
As we now get well into the first quarter of the race. Cubans in lane 1.
Very powerful pair, the Cuban pair. A lot of power coming through the middle part of the stroke. And they are heading the field at the moment.
The Australians, Shane McLaughlin in the bow, Daniel Burke, and the coxswain, Tisan Koo, lying down in the bow of the boat.
They won at Lucerne, but not everybody was at Lucerne, namely France and Cuba, who are leading them both now as they come towards the 500-metre mark.
The Italians in lane number 4 for so long, the dominant force in this event, thanks to the great Abagnale brothers, who've now found a place in the Italian 8, which didn't make the final, but did qualify for next year's Olympic Games in Atlanta.
It's France who go through the 500-metre mark first, with Cuba close up behind them. And Cuba moving very well on that far side.
The Italians just about in 3rd place, ahead of Australia, with Belgium in 5th place, and Germany at the moment at the back of the field and out of the picture.
Well, Italy moving now. Italy beginning to push hard on Cuba. Italy moving hard on Cuba, and France. France still holding that pole position, but half a length down on them. Very strong, powerful work from Sartori at bow and his strokeman Giuliano De Stabilile at stroke. And they have taken Cuba, and they are moving now on France. France holding them off, fighting them off. But this is tough. You can see how tough this is. Middle of the stroke. They're finding they're going pretty hard. And Italy are putting them under a lot of pressure as they come up to the 1,000-metre mark.
The Italians, who were very steady at the start, now they've found their rhythm and flow, and they're really beginning to move up. Meanwhile, the Germans still with an awful lot of work to do. They're right at the back of the field with just over half the race left.
And the blade's going a little bit deep here at the catch. It's quite inefficient, but up in front, Italy are challenging for the lead. Stroke by stroke, they've worked their way through the field. They've taken Cuba, they're now challenging France, and the French are finding it pretty tough here in the middle of the strokes. Italy flying along, slightly more easily rigged, keeping that rate moving along, and as they come up to the 1,000-metre mark, they are putting France under immense pressure, and in fact, crossing the 1,000-metre mark, they have hit the front. Italy have taken the lead, and they are continuing to move away, continuing to move through and away.
And those two crews, Italy and France, are well clear of the rest now, who will be left, I think, down to scrap for the bronze medal. Cuba still in 3rd place, and my goodness, that would be good if they could hang on to that, but they're going to be challenged for sure by Belgium. Germany making a slight improvement, but so far still with an awful lot of work to do. But the Italians, as you said, flowing better and better, and their charge now is absolutely irresistible. I don't think at the moment there's anything that the French can do.
Well, picking up that mantle of the Abagnales, these two Italians are doing a fantastic job. France holding on for that 2nd position, with only Belgium now able to put them under pressure.
But having said that, they're not really under threat, these two crews. The Italians now half a length, a little bit more ahead, and in total charge of this race.
Maintaining a very high rating, too, for a coxed pair, moving very well indeed. Cuba, by contrast, rather heavy in the water now and beginning to feel the pressure as Belgium start to put them under real threat. Belgium beginning to move past.
And you can see the bow of the Australian boat number 2, or lane number 2, I should say, and so far not making any impression whatsoever, the Lucerne winners.
Italy stretching out their lead, very quick on the pick-up and the catch there, driving the legs down and rowing it like a coxless pair. Very little hesitation, good drive.
So coming up to the final quarter of the race. And through in the lead, just about a length their advantage over the French. And then a lot of clear water back to Belgium in 3rd place. And looking at that there, maybe the Australians and the Germans trying to move up, but with an awful lot of work to do.
But Italy are just going away and away and away. That rating hasn't changed. They're still up around 38, and they are winding it, and everybody else has given up. They're fighting now for the silver and bronze medals. But Italy just winding it along.
Indeed, just to look at the times, the first 500, their opening 500, 151.06, then 155.95 for the second 500, then they went 154.85, and I think, Dan, we're going to find that they're travelling even more quickly at this moment.
This is very much how the Searle brothers won their 1993 World Championship. They went up to 40 at 1,000 metres, and then nobody could catch them. Here, Italy are doing exactly the same thing, and they've just split the field apart.
The Australians challenging Belgium for the bronze medal position, although there's just about a length between those two crews at the moment. There are the Belgians, and there in the green and gold of Australia on lane number 2, trying to get back on terms, and they are moving closer with every stroke. But the Italians getting ready to celebrate the performance of their men's cox pair as they comfortably stride towards the line now. The French have got nothing else to give. The Belgians just closing on them, but the line's going to come too soon for these positions to be changed. Italy, a majestic gold medal. France, a secure silver, and Belgium take the bronze medal ahead of the Australians, with Germany coming in ahead of the Cubans. Following in the style of Giuseppe Di Capua, up pops the coxswain, Antonio Cirillo, to lead the crew celebrations. But quite big gaps between all of those crews. An emphatic win for the Italians. So Anita de France, Vice President of FISA, to present these medals. But I wonder where their future lies. Will they stay with the Cox pair, or will they perhaps try and find a place in the Italian 8 for the Olympics next year? That we'll have to wait and see.